the pioneers, many bottles were made out of waterproofed animal skins. But most of the 16 billion bottles a year made in the United States today are made of glass. And what a role they play in our lives. We get in the habit of drinking from one when we're just infants. And the first time we're sick, someone pours medicine from one. And by the time we're old enough to run around, we realize that Mom and Dad have started to put bottles containing furniture polish out of our reach. Yes, bottles are used for almost everything. And they come in just about every size and shape and color that you can imagine. But have you ever seen one about 6 feet tall, with 2 arms and 2 legs? Well, our pioneer story is just about such a one. You see, his name is Bottle, William C. Bottle. And you're going to meet him and a host of his relatives on the occasion of Bill Bottle's birthday. And this is a young lady whose name Bill would like to change to Mrs. Bottle, if he could just get up the courage to ask her.
Well.
I happened to be passing by and thought I'd say howdy.
Well, come in.
All right, my digging clothes?
Oh, I only draw the line at burros. I was just totting up my accounts. You know, I always said the first year I made $2,500, clear that is, I changed my sign from dressmaker to modiste. I don't know. You think that sounds kind of highfalutin, Bill?
Have you really cleared that much this year? Gosh. That's 4 times what I burned.
With you, it's different. A prospector doesn't have steady business.
I'll say you don't. That's why most of them stay single.
There's always a chance of striking it rich. And when that happens, the world will be your oyster.
I don't care much for oysters.
Well, wherever it is you want, you'll get it.
Provided some other man ain't already grabbed her.
So that's it.
I'm 35 years old. I got a birthday coming up in a couple of months, and if I'm ever going to get married, it should be now. But I just got to have something to offer a wife.
Money isn't everything, Bill.
Depends on who's got it.
I'm sure a girl would wait for you if she knew you loved her.
She don't.
Why don't you tell her?
The way things are, it just ain't feasible. Well, I just dropped in to say howdy.
Oh, stay, Bill, and let me make you some coffee.
I'm heading out again tomorrow. I got to start packing my outfit. Madge.
Madge Daly, you fool. Bragging about how much you made. He was all set to propose.
We've struck it! Paid it, old girl! Bill Bottle's in it at last! Hey, Phil! What's this I hear about you being in the chips?
Yes, that's right. I sold my claim to a San Francisco syndicate for cash.
How much? Not that I'm curious.
$100,000.
100,000? Baron Rothschild himself.
I might even take a trip to Europe to meet the old boy. Who knows? Anything's possible now. Madge!
Bill! Why, I hardly recognized you. You look so grand.
Oh, this Just a ready-made suit I picked up in Frisco. The tailor-mades are being shipped down.
Be seeing you later, Bill.
Oh, at the Shoe Fly. I'm setting them up.
Oh, fine.
So your dream has come true, Bill.
Yes, I'm sitting right on top of the heap. Bank balance is 6 figures. Like somebody once said, the world is my oyster.
Was I who said it?
And you know, the first thing I did after I closed the deal, went over to the Poodle Dog Cafe and ordered me 2 dozen of them on a half shell. Oysters.
But I thought you didn't like oysters.
And what do I find in one of them but a pearl? Just goes to show you. Them as has gifts.
Now I suppose the next thing you plan to do is...
Celebrate. The boys are waiting inside there now.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'd be happy to see you home. Well, don't work too hard now.
Quiet. To Bill Bottle, the greatest guy in the 7 deserts. The man's best friend, a bottle. Where'd you get that name, Bill?
My folks, of course.
Didn't know you had any folks.
What'd you think? The stork brought me? Hid me under a cabbage leaf? Sure I got folks.
He was a bottle baby.
I haven't seen any of them since I was a kid. Father and mother both died. Left home when I was only 12.
Just a half-pint bottle, huh?
I don't see anything so funny in the name Bottle. Bottle is an ancient and honorable name. I'm proud of it.
And they all ought to be proud of you, Bill. It's Bill's birthday.
Hey, 6 weeks off yet.
He'll throw a big party.
Yeah. Yeah. That I will. A family party. I'll round up all my relatives.
Where are they?
I don't know. All over.
How would you locate?
Put a notice in the paper.
What paper?
All the big city papers. Frisco, Denver, Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C.
You think there might be a bottle in the Senate?
There might. The Bottles are a fine old family. Make no mistake about that. I'll invite them all to come here to Darwin at my expense. Take over the Bonanza Hotel, lock, stock, and barrel, and I can afford it.
Be a joke on you if none of them showed up.
They'll come. You wait and see. To the Bottle family reunion.
To the bottle. Good evening.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Crispin.
Well, who were you expecting? My wife told me to come by and pick up her new dress.
I'm just taking out the last basins and it'll be all ready. Are they still celebrating?
No, the party broke up. Bill had to go home and write a notice for the newspapers.
What notice?
He's planning a big blowout on his birthday.
October the 19th.
Yeah, but you're not invited, and neither am I. Nobody in Darwin's invited. This is going to be strictly en famille.
What do you mean?
Bill's putting a notice in all the leading newspapers in the USA, inviting all his relatives, anybody by the name of Bottle, to come to Darwin at his expense. And he's going to put them up at the hotel. Then he's going to throw a real ring-ding-bang of a banquet with champagne and everything. What do you think of that?
Why, really takes my breath away.
Well, I'll tell you what I think, and what the rest of the boys think. We think that Mr. William C. Bottle has suddenly got himself a bit of a big head since he came into that $100,000. His old friends aren't good enough anymore to celebrate his birthday with. He's got to go dig up his long-lost fancy relatives.
Are they fancy?
Why, there was a bottle came over in the Mayflower. There's Boston Back Bay bottles, Philadelphia bottles, Virginia bottles.
No idea he was so well connected.
Well, he kept it kind of dark while he was poor, but now he wants to show off.
Well, I suppose it's only natural. I mean, blood is thicker than water.
You don't have to be so blamed exclusive.
Here's your wife's dress.
Yeah, after all, money isn't everything.
It all depends on who's got it, as someone once remarked. This is a surprise. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
Well, I've been so busy the past few days.
No.
Oh, you've heard about my birthday party.
Talk to the town.
I put a notice in all these papers.
You'll be swamped.
Oh, no, Bottle isn't so common. Not like Smith or Jones.
Or Daly.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is...
How do you know a lot of Smiths and Joneses and Dailies won't read this notice and pass themselves off as bottles?
Oh, they've got to produce evidence they're related.
Copy of the family crest?
Or something. Now, you're making fun of me.
Oh, no. Indeed, I'm not. I think the whole thing is perfectly wonderful, Bill.
It's a lot of relatives I'll be meeting all at once. I'm counting on you to help me out.
Me?
I want you to receive with me. Sit beside me at the head of the table.
Oh, but I thought this was to be strictly a family affair.
It is.
All bottles.
By birth or by marriage.
Bill.
Will you, Madge?
Are you by any chance proposing to me?
I know it's kind of sudden,
Sudden. After 2 years?
but I thought with this big party coming off and all these guests arriving, a man in my position needs a wife.
It would be convenient.
Sure would. I just got to get me one. I didn't mean it that way. Gosh, I'm making a botch of this.
I think you are.
Madge, I love you ever since I first saw you. You want me to get down on my knees and ask you?
No, don't. There
Ow.
are pins on the floor.
You're right. Madge, will you marry me?
Maybe I better wait till I've met your family.
Oh, they'll like you.
You think so?
And I can tell you one thing. There won't be a better dressed woman among them. Even if you do make your own clothes.
Give me a little more time, Bill, to think it over.
Well, all right. But don't take too long about it. The 19th isn't so far off. And by now, that notice is already in the hands of some of my relatives. I've had 17 acceptances so far from all over the United States.
Well, we can take care of as many as come. Pack 'em in.
No 3 in a bed now. Not the bottles. They're used to the beds. And I want clean sheets.
You'll have 'em.
The banquet will be on the night of the 19th.
6 courses.
I understand Delmonico's in New York serves 10.
With toothpicks, this will be 7.
All right. Champagne's been ordered. It'll really flow.
You want brandy for the gentlemen.
And cigars. The 50-cent kind. I guess that's all for now. I'll keep you posted as to numbers. Just one regret so far from a cousin in Oregon. He's got an appointment on that date that just can't be broken unless the governor sees fit.
The governor?
Oh, the bottles move in high society, believe me. Just look at some of these credentials. Here's one from Ambrose bottle, one of the Washington bottles. This is his state.
Why, it must take a dozen guards.
And he says this is only his summer home. Here's another picture. You recognize him.
A racehorse?
Ran in the Kentucky Derby last year. And who's that holding him? Sylvester bottle. Some of these aren't so interesting, just diagrams of the family tree proving relationship. But here's one.
The Tabor Grand Opera House, Denver. You have an opera singer in the family?
Her name's Crystal.
Crystal Bottle. How pretty.
I'm hoping she'll sing for us at the banquet. Madge, you and I'll be traveling in fast company.
Bill, I'm not coming to the banquet.
Oh, now, Madge.
No, I mean it. I'm honored that you asked me out of all the folks in Darwin.
You're the only one I care about.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to make up your mind now about marrying me, Madge. You can wait till later. But come to the dinner anyway, just as my guest, please.
I wouldn't belong. The company's too fast for me. A mining camp dressmaker, I'd be a fish out of water. It's your family, Bill. And I don't blame you for bragging about them. But you entertain them. Alone.
So, this is the great day when the clan gathers.
That's right.
Where's the red carpet?
Here comes the stage.
Henry, stand back. All of you.
What's the matter? Can't we breathe the same air?
Mr. William C. Bottle?
Yes?
I'm your cousin Ambrose from our nation's capital.
The senator?
Welcome to Darwin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Mr. Bottle, I presume.
Yes?
I'm your little cousin, Crystal, from Denver.
The Rocky Mountain Canary.
You go to blazes. Charmed to be here.
Mr. Bottle, it's a pleasure. Sylvester Bottle from the Kavanaugh Stud Farm.
Did you ever see such a collection in your life?
Deadbeats and floozies.
Look, a Chinaman.
You, Mr. Bottle, William?
Yes.
Me, Mr. Bottle, Thomas. What? Very proud to meet you.
Are you sure? Thomas Y. Bottle, Nob Hill, San Francisco.
A Chinese bottle.
You make mistake?
No mistake. You're very welcome, Thomas.
Thank you.
I'm sure you must all be tired after your journey. Won't you step inside and make yourselves at home?
It isn't commonly known, but the president comes to me quite often for advice.
Very good food.
Beg your pardon, sir.
Oh, that's all right.
You should come to Denver sometime, Cousin Bill.
Oh, very pretty cake.
Ah, that's for me. That's what I like. Lovely. Well?
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
This is the first birthday party I've spent with any of my family since I was a kid. I know we all get homesick now and then for our own flesh and blood. That's why I ask you here. I certainly appreciate your coming here. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I'd like to propose a toast to the Bottle family. Wherever they are, whoever they are.
My friends, this food tonight should have choked me. This liquor should have strangled me. For I have no right to be here. I am not a bottle. I am a faker, an imposter, a pretender, a humbug. I invented my genealogy, forged my credentials, and had every intention to further take advantage of my host, who I regarded as a sucker. But, my friends, I was wrong. Bill Bottle is a thoroughbred, one of nature's noblemen. And if I had any wish in this world tonight, it would be that I could claim relationship to him.
Happy birthday.
I'd like to say something. Before anyone yells, get the hook. I want to say that this is the most wonderful party I ever attended. Well, I've had it pretty rough all my life. Been kicked around plenty. But this is the first time I can remember when I was made to feel as good as anybody. A regular lady. I wish I didn't ever have to go back.
I'm a fake, too.
Please. Thomas Whitebottle make speech, too. Me no born Thomas Whitebottle. Me houseboy for Mr. Thomas Whitebottle. Take his name. Mr. Thomas Whitebottle, president of Bank San Francisco. Live in big house, Knob Hill. Own horses, carriages, steam yacht. Wife with diamonds and sealskin coat. Thomas Whitebottle, great man. But not so great as our Mr. Bottle. Our Mr. Bottle have something greatest of all. A great heart.
Hooray! Hooray! Blow out the candles on your cake, Bill.
Well, make a wish.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill. Make a wish. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. With nobody can deny.
Well, where are you heading?
Out.
Quitting town, huh? Well, I should think you would. The laughing stock of Darwin. You know, if I were you, the next town I settled in, I'd change my name. News travels fast.
Oh, Bill! Oh! Oh, my ankle. I twisted it.
Here, let me help you into the store.
Oh, no, I'd rather go home. If you just give me an arm, I think I can hobble that far.
You don't think it's broken?
No, just a bad sprain.
I'll go get the doctor.
Oh, Bill, no.
You really ought to have it bandaged before it starts swelling.
Wait.
But his office is right on my way. I can send him back.
Bill, please.
Madge, your ankle.
There's nothing the matter with my ankle. I only pretended. I just wanted a chance to see you.
Why? Rub it in?
Bill, last time you were in this room, you asked me to marry you.
You were smart. You said you'd better wait until you'd seen my relatives.
And now I've seen them.
Lucky escape for you, all right.
You mean the offer doesn't hold anymore?
Madge, I know I acted like a fool about my relatives.
Until they actually turned up. Then you were magnificent.
Magnificent.
Oh, Bill, I was so proud of you. You received them as though you were really glad to see them. You made them welcome.
Well, gosh, I'd invited them.
Just what I mean.
And I'm not apologizing for them now. They were a funny lot, I grant you.
Like all relatives.
But most of them were better than they looked.
I'm sorry now I didn't get a chance to meet them. My future in-law.
Madge. Madge, you mean
But do I have to get down on my knees and ask you? There are pins on the floor.
you're willing to become a bottle?
As long as it's Mrs. Williams' Seabon, you're the only one that matters, darling.
How soon will you marry me?
Oh, right away, before you see any of my relatives.
My very sincere thanks to you for tuning us in, and my hopes that you will be with us in our next story of The Pioneer.